General Hospital Evan Hofer breaks silence on show exit. It was recently announced that actor Evan Hofer would be leaving General Hospital as Dex. The actor himself has recently shared some information about what it was like leaving Port Charles. In particular, the actor even shared how the cast and crew reacted to his character's death. Evan Hofer talked about leaving the soap in a video interview. Hofer has been part of General Hospital since May 2022. His character, Dex Heller, was a discharged Army vet. Viewers saw his character get hired as a mole for Sonny Corinthos' organization and later become part of Port Charles Police Department. However, in December 2024, Dex would eventually be killed off the series. After receiving a fatal stab wound, the character would eventually succumb to cardiac arrest, despite General Hospital staff expecting him to recover. Hofer himself has also recently talked about his character's departure from the series. As he shared with TV Insider, his first question was just how the soap was planning on killing him off. "I think my first reaction to Frank Valentini, the series' executive producer, was, is it cool, like, is it a cool death? And he goes, let me get back to you. And I said, well, that's not promising. But then it ended up, it's pretty cool." While Hofer has performed a death scene before, he admitted Dex's death was a bit of a challenge. He especially wanted to honor Eden McCoy, who plays the character's love interest, Jocelyn Jax. Hofer shared, "I had to lay there in that bed for these big, long monologues given by others." He continued, like, Eden had this big, beautiful monologue, and I was like, I'm going to serve dead as best as I can to do it for her, and I think at one point, I definitely had to gulp for air. Hofer admitted he initially kept the character's death a secret. The actor also admitted that Dex's fate gave him mixed emotions, both exciting and sad. As he noted, it was both exciting and it was sad. "I really fell in love with Dex over the last 3 years. I told my mom it's almost like mourning the loss of a friend. He was such an incredible guy, and I wanted all these wonderful things for him, and he got to experience a lot of those wonderful things. It was sad, but it's also really fun to be able to play those scenes and do these extremes." Hofer also admitted he didn't tell anyone about his character's death, with many cast and crew members only learning about it a day or so beforehand. He also revealed, "The crew threw me a party, a going-away thing. My mom brought cookies for everybody. It was super beautiful and just great to be able to express that love for everyone there for making that a home for me for the past 3 years." Did you watch Hofer's final scenes on General Hospital? Make sure you come back to TV Shows Ace for all the latest TV and celebrity news. After months of swirling rumors, cryptic social media posts, and tense on-screen moments, General Hospital fans finally have an answer. Evan Hofer, the charismatic actor who breathed life into Dex Heller, has officially confirmed his exit from the long-running ABC soap. And now, for the first time, he's opening up about the decision, the emotional weight behind it, and what's next. In an exclusive interview, Hofer sat down with us just days after his final episode aired, an episode that left viewers stunned, heartbroken, and in true GH fashion, with more questions than answers. It wasn't easy. Wearing a denim jacket, his trademark smile tinged with bittersweet emotion, Evan Hofer didn't mince words. "It wasn't easy to say goodbye to Dex," he began. "This character has meant so much to me. From the moment I got the call that I landed the role, it's been a ride I'll never forget." Introduced in 2022 as Sonny Corinthos' enigmatic new enforcer, Dex quickly made waves in Port Charles. His entanglements with Jocelyn Jax, his double agent status, and his often fractured loyalty gave the show an edge that kept viewers glued to their screens. But it wasn't just the action-packed storylines that drew fans in, it was Hofer's undeniable chemistry with his co-stars and his nuanced portrayal of a man torn between duty and desire. "It was one of the most layered roles I've ever had the privilege to play," he said. Dex wasn't just a tough guy. He was complicated. He had secrets. He had a heart. And I loved exploring all of that. A decision rooted in growth. So why walk away from a character still in the heat of his arc? "It was time," Hofer said, nodding slowly. "I think every actor reaches a point where they feel they've told the story they were meant to tell. I didn't want to overstay. I wanted Dex to go out on a high, still mysterious, still intense, still loved. There's also the matter of personal and professional growth. I've learned so much on this show about myself, about the kind of actor I want to be. But I also have dreams I want to chase outside of soaps. films, maybe streaming series, and even producing. Leaving Jeech was scary, but I knew I couldn't grow if I didn't take the leap. While the decision to leave was his, Hofer was quick to praise the GH team for their support. Everyone from Frank Valentini, executive producer, to the writers to my scene partners were incredibly understanding. They didn't just let me go. They helped craft an exit that felt right for Dex and for the fans. The goodbye scene. Of course, GH fans are still reeling from Dex's final moments. In a dramatic, rain-soaked confrontation, Dex was last seen boarding a bus out of Port Charles after narrowly escaping a hit ordered by his own mentor, Sonny. Filming that scene was emotional, Hofer recalled. The rain, the tension, the weight of everything Dex had done, it all came together. It felt like a full circle moment. I think fans will be dissecting that final episode for a while. And just like any good soap, the door was left slightly ajar. Oh yeah, Dex's body wasn't found in a river or anything, he laughed. You never really leave Port Charles. You just take a long vacation. A love letter to the fans. Over the past 2 years, Hofer has developed a fiercely loyal fanbase. From #JoS plus Dex shippers to viewers who saw him as the next Jason Morgan, Evan quickly became a fan favorite. And he hasn't taken that support lightly. The fans made this experience unforgettable, he said, visibly moved. Their passion, their tweets, their theories, it fueled me every day. I'd read their reactions after every big scene. I felt like I was part of something bigger than myself. Hofer paused, then added, to every fan who rooted for Dex, who saw through his flaws, who believed in his heart, thank you. You gave me purpose. What's next for Evan Hofer? With GH in the rearview mirror, Hofer's next steps are already in motion. Though tight-lipped about specifics, he hinted at a few exciting developments. There are some cool things on the horizon, he teased. I've had some conversations about a role in a thriller, which would be a fun switch-up. I'm also developing a passion project, a short film I wrote that I'm hoping to direct this year. In the meantime, he's taking a moment to breathe. Soap schedules are intense. I haven't had a real break in a while. I'm going to spend time with family, maybe travel a bit, and recharge. I think that's important. Will he return? Naturally, fans are already wondering, is this really the end for Dex? Hofer's response. Never say never. Dex is a survivor, he smiled. If the story was right, if the timing worked, I'd absolutely consider coming back. Port Charles has a piece of my heart now. And hey, there's still a lot of unfinished business there. For now, Evan Hofer is stepping away with gratitude, pride, and a suitcase full of memories. His chapter in General Hospital may be closing, but the story of Evan Hofer is just beginning. Sometimes, he said as our time wrapped up, you have to let go of something you love so you can find the next thing to love just as much. That's where I'm at. And I'm ready. Dex may have left the town limits, but Evan Hofer isn't going anywhere. Stay tuned. Would you like a version formatted for social media or a shorter version for a blog post? There are some cool things on the horizon, he teased. I've had some conversations about a role in a thriller, which would be a fun switch up. I'm also developing a passion project, a short film I wrote that I'm hoping to direct this year. In the meantime, he's taking a moment to breathe. Soap schedules are intense. I haven't had a real break in a while. I'm going to spend time with family, maybe travel a bit, and recharge. I think that's important. Will he return? Naturally, fans are already wondering, is this really the end for Dex? Dex is a survivor.